Hello, my friends. Welcome back to the channel. So glad you could join me today for another fun, creative sew along. So, this video is dedicated to the project that I wanted to do for the whole entire month of September. And I'm calling it September Denim Days. So, from my previous video, I told you guys that I wanted to work on 3 projects. One being a denim bucket hat, one being a tote bag, and one being the coat dress. Now, you guys seen, if you follow me, you've seen the video already with the coat dress that I had already made. So this time, when I do the coat dress, it'll be a sew along. Anyway, getting back to the project that we're going to do today, that is doing the bucket hat, and I'm using Simplicity 9651. And there's the bucket hat and little line drawings on the back. But anyway, this is a relatively easy pattern, very simple to put together, only has 3 pieces. You got the top, you got the crown, and you have the brim. And what I've done already, I've already laid my pieces out on the denim. I've cut them out already. And I also cut out denim in for the lining, or for, in this case, it'll be the reversible of the fabric here. And what I mean by that is that this hat will be reversible. So I'll use denim on, the front side and on the inside, which is what they consider the lining. So I've already cut out the top. I've cut out the crown. And I cut out the brim. And so what I'm showing you now is what I have. I've had extra pieces because I'm going to be making another hat. So I just wanted to show you in the process of sewing. So let's just get right into it. For this project, to prepare for your fabric, what you're going to need is have a fusible interfacing that you will apply on each piece. And then for what I've done is to serge around all of the edges, and you'll see here. And I just like serging because it just keeps a clean edge. So this is a piece that I cut from denim. As you can see, you still have that seam mark there, or seam here, and I'm going to keep that. So once you have all your pieces prepared, now you're ready to assemble. So the first thing you want to do is attach your top piece to your crown piece. You're going to go to the machine and you're going to sew this seam here. Okay. And then you're going to make some cut marks at the top. And I'll show you here like that. If you can see. Yeah. And what that is for is that it allows the ease of when you attach the top portion. So I'll show you what I've done already, and then I'll show you how to attach the brim. So I've gone on and I've done the reversible side for this bucket hat. So I'll show that to you. I'll set those 2 pieces aside because I'm going to be using this one for this actual hat. So when you get it all together, this is what it's going to look like. So this is the crown, and that's the top. And see how I made those cuts? That helped me to put this top piece on so that it lays smoothly. So once you do that, now you're going to be ready to attach your brim. Okay. So I've gone on and I've done that. Now the thing I want to show you is that when you attach the brim, you're going to leave an opening, probably about a 3-inch at the most, just enough, because when you put the other piece on, you're going to sew at the bottom, attach the piece together, and then you're going to pull the other piece through here, and that way when you flip it over, you'll have your piece connected like so. But we'll get to that. I just want to show you, the steps that you need to do. So again, you're going to attach the top to the crown, and then you're going to attach the crown, leaving it opening, to the brim. So that's how simple this is. You're going to just repeat the same thing for your reversible piece. So I've gone on and I've done that, just like this. Now this is a little bit heavier denim, so you're going to need to use a denim type needle or for your sewing machine. And if you're going over any heavy seams like this, I would recommend that you just take the hand wheel on the side, and you just turn it and let the needle just go slower. Don't use the foot pedal. Just maneuver it manually so you get past that heavy portion, because you will break a needle in these thicker portions, especially with the seams like this. It's really thick. So I've gone on and I've attached the top to the crown, and now I want to attach the brim. So with wrong sides, let's reverse this together. You're going to match up your notches, and as you see, I have mine marked. I took a chalk and I marked where the center is, and then this is the back seam. So I know that this is the back seam of the hat. So that's the portion now that I'm going to attach. Okay. So I'm going to get that pinned up, and then we're going to go to the sewing machine. Now there is one thing that I want to mention, if I didn't mention it already, is that for the lining, I used a fusible interfacing. And if you are familiar with buckram, buckram is a stiffer type of fabric, like a stabilizer, that you can use just like an interfacing. You just have to sew it in. And it just allows for it to be stiffer. And it's used for projects that require that to be sturdy. So that's just, another option you could use when you are using interfacing, when you're making something that needs to have strength. So I just wanted to point that out. And then the other thing, like I said before, in the lining, I keep the opening here. But when I go to sew this part, I'm going to sew all the way around. So I'm not going to leave a 3-inch gap opening in this portion, because we only need one to pull this through. So I'm going to go over to the sewing machine I'm going to sew this and we'll continue on. Now this is the portion of where I said it would be real thick. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to stop the machine and I'm just going to take the hand wheel and I'm just going to roll right over that because I don't want to break a needle and it's really thick. Once you get past that part, then you can continue on with the rest of the stitching. Okay, so now I have completed both the outer fabric layer of the hat, and then of course here is the lining. So now we're going to put right sides together so that we can stitch all the way around the brim. So I'm going to line up the back seam just like that. I'm going to pin that, and then we're going to stitch around, and then we'll be ready to turn the hat inside out. So let's go over to the machine. Okay, so now I have both pieces attached, and like I said, the opening that you'll leave is right here, just like that. And I've sewn all the way around. So now what you're going to do is now you're going to start to pull this through, and it'll take a little maneuvering, but you can just take your time and pull it through because you don't want to pop any stitches. And this is what you'll see. This is what you're going to have. So you're going to straighten that out, and then you're going to push the lining or the reversible one inside. So at this point, once you get that all together like that, just go to your iron and give it a good press so that you can maintain that form. And see, there you have it. But this is not the last step, because now you want to make the guidelines here, the stitch lines, and you can take your marker and transfer just like this how many stitch lines you need to do to go all the way around. Then to close it up, where that portion is right here that we left open, you're going to just take a needle and some thread, and then you can just hand sew that closed. Here's that one side, and this is the back. And then when you reverse it, you're going to have that side. And I just love these hats. They are just so comfortable. And especially, in the sun, it blocks, it comes down a little bit further back on your neck, so it does block the sun from beating up your neck as well. But that's pretty much it. And then, like I say, you just go ahead, do the top stitching, and you secure this down so that this brim becomes a little bit, sturdy. And I've gone on and I've made several other ones. And so this is one that I made, and this is the top stitching that I'm talking about. And this is white denim as well. And then this is the reverse. I just used some quilting fabric for the reverse. And this is what I mean by when you make that stitch, how it makes that brim a little bit more stiffer. So you don't want to skip that step. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So this is the denim bucket hat. And I'm going to go ahead, close this video out. And I'm going to go ahead and top stitch all the stitch lines all around. So, and then I'm going to sew that close. So there you have it. That's how you put your bucket hat together. And that again is Simplicity 9651. So give it a go. And if you have any other patterns with bucket hats, just follow the instructions. But that's pretty much it. It's only 3 pieces. So I am loving it. So thank you for joining me. And don't forget to come back for project number 2. And we'll be doing the tote bag. So with that, everyone, take care. And we'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.